Have you ever felt like you're standing between two completely different versions of your life? One feels safe, familiar. It's the life you've worked hard to build, the roles you play, the responsibilities you hold, the rhythms you know by heart. And then there's the other life, the one that feels wild, unknown, like a whisper you can't quite hear but somehow already recognize. It doesn't always make sense, but it pulls at you like a memory from the future. If you're living in that tension, let me tell you, you're not crazy. You're not lost. You're awakening. This is what we call a soul threshold. It's that in-between space where the ego starts to lose its grip, and the deeper parts of you, what Jung called the self, begin to rise. Now, when Jung spoke of the self with a capital S, he wasn't talking about your personality or your resume. He was talking about the full you, the conscious parts and the unconscious, your dreams, your shadow, your instincts, your connection to something bigger than your mind can hold. And when the self begins to activate, life starts to shake. Plans fall apart, certainties dissolve, relationships shift, sometimes in ways you never expected. You might even start to question your own identity. But this isn't destruction, it's initiation. Your old life isn't being taken from you. It's being transformed. And no, it doesn't speak in straight lines or step-by-step instructions. It speaks in symbols, in synchronicities, in emotions that rise up from somewhere you can't name, in dreams that feel more real than waking life. You are not meant to understand everything right now. You are meant to evolve. Now let's talk about love. Because for so many of us, awakening doesn't happen in isolation. It happens through relationships. You may have met someone who changed everything. Someone who showed up like lightning, unexpected, undeniable, and now you can't go back to who you were before they arrived. This isn't just attraction. It's not fantasy or delusion. This is what many spiritual traditions call a soul contract. Before you incarnated, your soul made an agreement to meet this person, to be seen by them, to be activated by them, and sometimes to be broken open by them. That kind of connection doesn't always fit neatly into your current life. It might complicate things, challenge your values, or stretch your heart in directions you weren't prepared for. But that's the point, because this kind of love is not about possession, it's about transformation. And here's something we don't talk about enough. You can love more than one person at once. You can love someone who's been by your side through every season of life, someone safe, steady, and familiar. And still, you can love someone who lights up a completely different part of your being, someone who doesn't fit your life, but somehow fits you. It's not always logical. It's not always right by the world's standards, but the heart doesn't follow the rules. In Jungian psychology, we talk about the anima and animus, the inner feminine and inner masculine that live within us. When you meet someone who reflects that inner image, it can feel cosmic, like meeting yourself for the first time, but through someone else's eyes. And that's why it feels so intense, so faded, so painful when you try to ignore it. But here's the hard truth. That kind of connection doesn't always mean you're meant to be together. Sometimes it's about becoming together, becoming more awake, more honest, more whole. And maybe this will sound familiar. People show up in your life when they're at a breaking point. They open up to you, they heal in your presence, and then they leave. Not because you weren't enough, but because you were exactly what they needed at that moment. This is the archetype of the wounded healer. You carry the medicine because of what you've survived. You know how to hold space for others, not in spite of your pain, but because of it. But not everyone will understand you. Some people will be magnetized by you, and others will be deeply uncomfortable around your presence because you reflect their truth back to them, and not everyone is ready to see it. So what's your purpose in all this? It's not to rescue people. It's not to fix them or stay forever. Your purpose is to awaken something in them and then trust that their path will continue. Jung called this the transcendent function, the moment when opposites are held long enough for a new reality to emerge. And that's what you do. You hold that space. You midwife transformation. You become the mirror for others to meet themselves. Even if they walk away, you have changed them, and they have changed you. Now, I want to speak to something deeper, You're being called to more. Maybe your intuition is getting louder. Maybe you've started automatic writing or channeling messages. Maybe you're seeing signs, repeating numbers, dreams, animals, songs, things you used to dismiss now feel important. This is not random. This is your initiation. You don't have to become a guru. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you do need to start listening. You are here to bridge psychology and soul, to speak a truth that cuts through noise and illusion, to help others feel seen because you know what it feels like to be invisible. If you feel torn right now between two people, two paths, two versions of yourself, it's okay. You don't have to rush a decision. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're being reshaped. There is a path unfolding beneath your feet, even if you can't see it clearly yet. The people meant for you will find you. The life meant for you is already forming. This is not random. This is your initiation. You don't have to become a guru. You don't have to have it all figured out, but you do need to start listening. You are here to bridge psychology and soul, to speak a truth that cuts through noise and illusion, to help others feel seen because you know what it feels like to be invisible. If you feel torn right now between two people, two paths, two versions of yourself, it's okay. You don't have to rush a decision. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're being reshaped. There is a path unfolding beneath your feet, even if you can't see it clearly yet. The people meant for you will find you. The life meant for you is already forming. If this message stirred something in you, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to feel less alone on their journey. And if you're ready to dive deeper into your own awakening, check the description for ways to work with me, join our soul-led community, or explore tools that support your transformation. The answers aren't out there. They're already within you, and they're waiting for you to listen. I'll see you in the next video.